Hello, Marcy.
Hi, Joanne.
Well, we have a special guest today,
Yay.
and Julie Hickey is somebody I met through Instagram, and it was in 2019 when I went to Costa Rica, and I wanted to find somebody who does Watsu, and I found her through, you know, the interwebs.
Oh, were you just like, who does Watsu?
Yeah, kind of, because I was following some Watsu people and I noticed somebody who had been in Costa Rica doing Watsu, and I asked her, "Oh, are you in Costa Rica? Do you do Watsu?" And she said, "No, I did." Well, she was from Spain, so she didn't live in Costa Rica, but then she said, "Oh, but there's somebody I can recommend." And so she did, and it was I think by then I had picked my spot where I was going to be, and so she was in that my area. Yeah. And
Well, it's like magic. We're going to practice some more of that.
yes, yes. So what happened was my first day there, the power went out because there was a tree and it fell across the power lines, and I actually saw it because I was out for a walk, and it went, and all the power was gone, so I didn't have any power for like a day.
Well, while you were there in Costa Rica.
Yeah, I was in an Airbnb, and so there was no electricity, but I survived. There was no
You're
Wi-Fi at the time, and so I just read. I used my I had my little pack for charging my phone and all that. So I wasn't sure when it would come back on, but it came back late that night.
How crazy.
Yeah. So I haven't spoken to her in a while. I follow her and kind of see what's going on, but so I'm excited to be reconnected with her.
Well, I'm so excited to meet her. So let's invite her in.
Yay. Yeah.
Oh,
So
look, we have Julie here. Julie, can
yeah.
you hear us?
Oh,
Oh,
there
there
she is.
she is.
Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Julie.
Julie.
So
Hi. I need to turn on the camera too.
I was
Okay.
just telling Marcy about you. So this is my friend Marcy, and Marcy, this is
Julie,
Julie.
it's
Hey, how are
nice to
you?
meet you.
Meet you too.
So I did a little introduction while you were in the waiting room, and I found you on Instagram when I had planned my trip to Costa Rica, and because you do Watsu. So
Yeah.
that's how I found you. It
I
was
didn't realize you found me through Instagram, but that's good to know that it's working.
Yeah, you know who, I can't remember her name right now, but she's a lady from Spain, who introduced me, because I had messaged her and said, "Oh, I saw that she was doing Watsu in Costa Rica." I said, "Oh, do you know anybody, or do you do Watsu here?" And she's like, "I'm not from there, but I can recommend Julie." So that's how it all happened. And yeah, so that was in 2019. And at that time you were just starting, um, breaking ground for your studios, your school space.
This is going to be sitting because it's really hot here, so maybe it's better with the camera off anyway.
Uh, uh, so yeah, so do you mind sharing your story about where you're from and how you ended up in Costa Rica?
Sure. I came here about 21 years ago in the year 2000. Actually, I was living in San Francisco before, and I came on vacation to check out this little town, Puerto Viejo, like in '99 of October. And the first time I came, I stayed here for 10 days, and I was like, I want to live there.
Oh,
And then I came back 2 months later. Can you hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. And so I came back a couple months later and stayed for 2 months. And then after that, I decided I'm coming back in May. May 15th is the day I'm moving back. And I was like 24 and really didn't have any plan except knew I needed to be here. I felt at home here and fell in love with it here and had no plan for the future.
This is our first time chatting with somebody. Like,
This is our first international.
yes, it's so exciting, but the connection is a little tricky.
It's only 1 hour difference from here. So it's 2:00 for her and it's 1:00 here. And it's windy here.
Oh, we lost her.
Oh,
Maybe she will pop back in.
oh yeah, yeah.
Can I just make a note here while we're waiting for her to come back?
Yeah.
Did you hear her story?
Yeah.
It sounds awfully familiar.
I know. I was going to say, I mean, how long was it after? So she had gone for 10 days, loved it, went back for 2 months. And then from that point, how long did it take her to decide?
I didn't catch that part.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know, I noticed that too. I'm like, oh, 2
We
months.
must be doing this right, Joanne.
I know. And she didn't have any plans. Like,
I want to message her and let her know she's welcome to come back in. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Well, while we're getting her back in here, we should tell our people that we booked our flights. Like I promised I would. I booked the flights. You booked the rooms. So now we're like all ready to go.
yes. And we already have a visitor. Maybe 2.
Maybe 3.
Yes. Yes. I'm so excited for that.
I know.
When we start spreading the word. So we will be there March 11th through May 10th.
Yep.
Mark your calendars.
And maybe we should do like a little, like a little contest or something.
Okay.
Somebody might want to come stay and it's like accommodations are covered,
Yes.
Stay tuned for that.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds fun.
Yes. All right.
Julie, are you back? Can you hear us?
Hi, I'm back.
Hi.
Yay.
Welcome back.
You are our first international guest.
Yeah, internet spotty in Costa Rica. Even as
It's part of the package.
So Julie, Joanne and I have this dream of international living as well. And we're thinking it's really fun. Your journey sounds very familiar to the one we're on right now. And I'm wondering if you have any tips for living abroad.
Trust the process, learn the language. It'll make it a lot easier, language that you're living in, and the culture too, respecting the culture. I notice a lot of people who move here and they want to bring their country with them, all the nice things that they have in their country. They want to build a house like they build in their country. Simple, and easy. So yeah, just really, and finding out a lot about the place before you go. But at the same time, I didn't know a lot about this place before I moved here, and I just moved here and fell in love and just had that gut instinct and trust that it would all work out, and it has all worked out. It hasn't been easy, but it's
What have been some challenges?
Tico time.
What was that?
Tico time. There's a thing here they call Costa Rican time, Tico time.
Oh,
And it means everything starts later than if you have an appointment at if we have a school meeting at 9 a.m. with the principal,
yeah.
that means the meeting's gonna actually probably start at 11.
Oh my goodness.
So that gets hard to deal with, and it gets hard to deal with workers and people just showing up because of Tico time. People aren't on time. There's still a lot of elements that make that possible. Like it's hard to get places here on time. So it's also been hard, like running a business too, because I do massage and I do surf lessons and I do yoga and I set up appointments and they all need to be flowing so that I can be ready for the next person. And sometimes, usually it does flow, and most people are very respectful of that. Especially if they book an appointment and then they're a half an hour late and I have somebody else. And I'm like, well, you only get a half an hour today. Then they usually learn pretty fast. But yeah, and to not having nothing is as easy here. Here you have a list of things you want to do that day, and maybe 2 things will happen on the list, like going to the grocery store, going to the hardware store. Like the hardware store sometimes won't have nails, so you have to drive another hour to go look for a hardware store that has nails. And simple things, very complicated. But then it's a beautiful paradise with animals and ocean and beautiful beaches, and so I think, and a very healthy lifestyle. So I think all of that makes up for everything else. All the difficulties.
You've been there for a long time, so that's your new home. You love it. So do you have family there?
So I have had 2 children here, and they're with a man from San Francisco, and he also lives here, and we separated when they were 5, but he decided to stay, and he also wants to stay. So he lives down the street from me, and we co-parent, and I have my aunt comes to visit me. She actually lives on the property with me. She's there at my house. She has a house on my property, and she's there like 6 months out of the year, and she's been a huge help. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. I think I met her. Was it Jane, or what is her name?
Susan?
Oh, Susan. Okay. Yeah. I met her, and I think she travels with their boys sometime.
Yes. Yeah, they go on a lot of surf trips together, and she's been a huge help. She's come down ever since I had the kids, so she's been coming down for like 20 years, and I've been a single mom for a long time, so she's just really like helped me with the boys, and we're all in love with her. Like she's been an angel in our life, and she's like 78 or 79 now, but she's down to go anywhere and travel anywhere and sleep on the floor, and she's tried surfing. The boys gave her a surf
Oh.
lesson, and yeah, so it's really nice to have her come too. I don't know, that's one thing I miss living here, is being away from family,
Mhm.
especially when I had kids. It made it harder, but having her come really um, helped with that void of family.
Mhm.
So how is your business going? You built a studio, right, on your property?
Yes. So I built a studio on my property about 3 years ago, where I teach yoga and I teach Thai massage and I teach Reiki and I do my body work sessions. And I want to also the pool this year so that I can have a therapy pool home, because I've been doing them in the ocean or at hotels, and it really is dependent on the weather. So I would really just like to have my own pool and just really have, and also the privacy of having my own pool. And so I just got back from another training in Mexico. I did another type of water therapy called Aqua Dynamics, and it works with the articulation,
Yeah.
and you swim underwater, and it's really really amazing. So yeah, the business is going really good. I had a surf school that I did with my boys that was a part of my business, and now they've branched off and made their own business, their own surf school, and it's called Selfie Boys Surf School. And they started a blog, and they are 20 and 17, and my 17-year-old is a photographer and videographer, and they're both surfers. My oldest is a professional surfer, and so they are doing surf lessons together. And then my younger son is also offering photography to go along with the surf lessons.
Oh, wow. Oh,
So they've been, yeah, the last couple of years they've been doing really well with that, and they made their own website and their YouTube channel, and I'm really proud of them. They've created their own business, and they're working for themselves, and they're thriving. Yeah, it's just amazing to see at such a young age.
Look, because they had such a great instructor.
they had a great role model. Huh?
Yes, somebody who taught him how to do that. Nice.
Yeah, I've been telling them, like, you don't want to work for other people. You just want to be your own boss, especially now. I think so much freedom, especially here too.
Well, that's our plan too. Is to be able to have our own business and
Hello.
freedom to travel.
Julie, when did you know you wanted to live there?
So in 1999, like in October, I came for 10 days. Then in January 2000, exactly on New Year's Eve, I was flying here, and I passed New Year's on the plane coming here. And I came January 2000 for 2 months, just for another vacation. And it was on that second trip where I decided I was going to move here, and I decided I would go home, pack all my things. I was finishing up with my massage school, and I was like, I'll go home, I'll pack up my things, and I'll buy a ticket for May 15th and come back to live May 15th of 2000. So yeah, I just knew something and it's something that I'm so happy I made the decision. And as I was, as the kids were growing, people would always ask me about the schools. What about the schools? And and the schools are not that good, especially the public schools. They were fortunate to go to a really good elementary school, and where it was kind of Waldorf based and very they concentrated on creating the person and their confidence.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was all done in love and creative. And so I feel like they had a really strong base, and then they had to go to a public school, which is not good here at all. And it was always a question that people would ask me about living here, but what about the schools? And I just trusted that they would turn into great and intelligent human beings, and they did. And they speak 3 languages. They can go out in the ocean and fish and bring home dinner and make a fire. But they can survive for sure.
I think a big part of who kids grow up to be belongs to their parents. So good job, Julie.
Yeah.
The school is just a helper, you know. You were the one that gave them all the juice. So good job. Good job.
Wow.
Thank you.
What a great story, man.
Makes me want to come take surfing lessons.
Yeah. You might never leave.
So I'm wondering about doing Watsu in the ocean. When Joanne told me she had Watsu in the ocean, I was having a hard time understanding, like, how are you able to keep your balance with the waves coming and going, and you're trying to follow the body in the water? And are you following the body, or are you following the ocean?
Normally I try to do it in the calm places. I look to like 12 feet, or it can be like a pool here. So it can be very drastic, the differences. So obviously it's best when it's completely flat. And I try to go to places where they're protected, and the calmer places. But it is, even when it's flat like a pool, you still have to move with the ocean. You have to move with the person's body. But it's interesting because we're made from the ocean, like our cranial sacral fluid has the same potencies of the ocean. So it's really kind of cool because you have to stay grounded, but you also have to follow the flow of the person and follow the flow of the ocean. And then the person gets the, all the outside sounds of the ocean and the lights coming in.
Not sure if we lost her or.
Oh, I think that just thinking about that in the water, you would really have to trust your instincts, trust your feeling, and the guest would have to fully trust as well, just to be able to tap into that rhythm. Oh my gosh,
Right.
It sounds beautiful. We lost her. We lost her. Oh.
Yeah, it was really I really liked it, and it was a different experience. And it's like, you recently you've been talking about the universe courting you.
Yeah.
It's like having a Watsu from the ocean.
Yes. It sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Well, she is truly living the life.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing how that knowing, we're similar, but then we're not 24.
Right.
But,
But still, I mean, if you're 24 going to a different place like that, I mean, Costa Rica is still part of us, kind of, but it is different.
Yeah.
I remember going there and I loved it there.
Yeah.
I remember thinking I could live here.
Yeah.
Right? Because
right.
It's so beautiful. So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But 24 years old and deciding, hey, I'm going to move away from my family.
Right.
It's going to be my home.
It was a short amount of time.
Yeah.
From her first visit to her deciding.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love those kind of stories.
Well, when you know, you know.
Yeah.
And she's had babies and they're all
Yeah.
grown up.
Yeah. They speak 3 languages. They have their own business.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Right? Oh,
Oh, and she's just taught her boys to do the same. Live your
yes.
best life.
Yes.
Do it.
So good. So good.
Yeah. Well, I think we've lost her for sure this time.
I know.
It was such a pleasure meeting your friend.
Yes. Yeah.
Hopefully she's
Third time.
third time's a charm. Hey, Julie. Hey, Julie, welcome back.
Thank you. now I'm on my phone. Yeah, I could have probably stayed home and it probably would have worked better, but here I am.
Look, this is fantastic. And you know, Joanna and I were just talking about how amazing that must be to like tuning in. You had to like really just trust yourself to be able to connect with the guest and the ocean and just trust what you're feeling. That's amazing.
Yeah, follow the flow and
Yeah.
it's a good lesson. The ocean has a lot of lessons and a lot of healing and yeah, it's super beautiful, a session in the ocean. And challenging too. It's not easy.
We'll share your information so people can go to Costa Rica and get a Watsu and surf lessons.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about Costa Rica?
Oh, I have so many favorite parts. I love the humidity and the heat, and it's like I feel the best here than anywhere else in the world. Like my skin, my hair. I can go to the grocery store in my pajamas and feel like I am wearing, like nobody notices and everybody's like, you look great. And you don't need shoes. You don't need much. And it's just natural. I've never been a person to wear a lot of makeup or do my hair, and here you don't need to.
That's my kind of place.
Yeah, you're just your beautiful self.
Yeah. And the animals, and there's animals in life everywhere. Everywhere there's life, but so many animals. My bedroom I live next to a river, and my bedroom is open with only mosquito screen around it, and it's right over the river. And I hear so many animals in the night and in the morning, and it's like a National Geographic show, just looking out my bedroom.
Well, I must see photos.
Yes, I will send. My boys definitely have some nice videos of surfing, and I'm working on creating a nice video for the aquatic therapy, but I do have little clips so people can see what it is.
Yeah.
I have a couple clips in the ocean, and I have a couple in a pool, and yeah, so I definitely
love to share that.
Yeah, I think I did see a video of that what do you call Aqua Dynamics? It looks almost like the like water dance, right? When they had the plug
the nose
for the nose.
clip. Yeah. Yeah, it's similar to water dance. A lot of it is underwater, and yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite.
No.
I love it. I love to go underwater.
I know. It's like mermaid massage, or you feel like a mermaid, or rebirth, or it's super beautiful.
So if somebody wants to book a service with you, like they're coming to Costa Rica and they want to book a service with you, is that on your website?
Yeah, so I have a website. It's One Love CR WordPress. It's One Love Costa Rica at WordPress.com. And so they can there's a place to sign up on my website, and it basically just sends an email to me asking me when I have appointments, and then I book appointments through there. Or I have WhatsApp. A lot of people book through WhatsApp or Instagram, but I do have a website that has a menu of all my services, and a way to make an appointment on my website also.
Well, watch out, Julie, because everybody's coming.
Good.
They're all coming.
It has become a very popular spot since the pandemic. Like once we opened our borders, it's like gotten super, super busy. So it's good. It's been really good for business. So
Well, Julie, it was so much fun chatting with you. Thank you for being patient, and
well, thank you for being patient.
Yes.
We can't wait to share your story.
Yes.
Can we try your camera just to see your face so we can say
yes, let me
say
find
goodbye?
it.
I don't know if it's gonna mess up the
I'm now on my
on your
me?
phone.
Oh,
there you are.
this is actually better. We can see your face.
I know. I should have done this originally.
No worries, no worries.
Oh,
Are you still at the cafe or you okay?
I'm still at the cafe, yeah. Yeah. But I have better internet on my phone than their fast
Okay.
speed internet, which is not normally the case, but today it is.
Well, is there anything else you want people to know about you, about your business, about what's coming for you?
I hope to have that Watsu pool. I hope to have the therapy pool this year. And yeah, I would.
that's the big goal, is the Watsu pool.
Yeah.
The Watsu pool is the big goal this year. And yeah. But yeah, come by me, get a treatment, take a class.
Yeah, this sounds like the best retreat. Go to Costa Rica, enjoy the beautiful environment, get a Watsu, do some yoga.
Do you have any favorite foods you like to eat around locally?
Yes. There is like the Caribbean chicken with rice and beans, which is really good. Rundown, which is like a coconut soup that they make with anything they can run down. So any root vegetable, like anything they can find in their gardens, anything they can fish. So normally it has fish, coconut, and shrimp sometimes, and lots of root vegetables. That's really delicious. And like a pargo, like a fish, a fried snapper. And the food is really quite good here on the Caribbean side. I don't like the food in other parts of Costa Rica, but we've kind of got the Caribbean culture over here. So we got a little bit of that extra yumminess over here. A little added extra flavor.
Yes.
Sounds delicious. Coconut anything.
They use a lot of coconut milk here, and they say that's what keeps everybody strong and healthy. So
yes. Aw. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time, Julie. It was great to see you.
You too.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for taking some time for us.
You're welcome. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me and being patient with my internet. But if you do come visit me, don't rely on the internet. That's for one thing. Because
we're going there. We're stepping away from the internet.
Yeah, it goes out sometimes for days, and it's exactly what you need.
Every day's a perfect day there, I'm guessing.
It is, yeah. I surfed today. I did a couple massages. I met you wonderful women. And yeah.
That's a beautiful day.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my kind of schedule.
Yeah. And I try to schedule my days like that. Surfing, yoga, a little bit of work.
Well, that's the best life.
Yes.
Well, day. It was a pleasure chatting with you too, Joanne. Thank you for
Yes.
sharing your friends.
Yes. It's good to see you again, Julie.
Okay. Thank you.
We'll see you on Instagram.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.